Hey guys, it's Rachel. Remember me? Ring a bell? I know. It's been a while since I last released a video on YouTube. I think it's been about a month. And I'm so sorry for being MIA, but there were just a lot of things that I had to deal with in order to get my life in order. I think I owe everyone here an explanation of sorts because I have been receiving a lot of messages over the past couple of weeks asking me how I've been, what's going on, and more importantly, when the next video will be out. So here it is. This is going to be a life update. Coincidentally, it's also my 1 full year in as a permanent resident of Canada and content creator living in Vancouver. I'll bring you up to speed with what I've been busying myself with so far and what I'll be doing moving forward. Hopefully this video makes sense of things and also sets a tone of what to expect here on my channel. Let's start off strong. First up, I got a job. I've been doing YouTube for the past year and a half now. It's good passive income, but it's still far off from a livable wage, at least here in Vancouver. I realized that in order to pursue my passion, I had to be reasonable with my time and maximize my income streams. So the past couple of months, I've been applying to several jobs related to content creation, video production, and growing a social media presence. And thankfully, I was able to land a job as a digital editor. But honestly guys, it was definitely easier said than done. Like many, I've had my fair share of troubles and doubts. I spent a lot of hours looking at a blank resume and cover letter because I didn't know how to leverage my strengths and also identify my unique selling point. I mean, I even went back to a couple of my videos to look for helpful info. Thanks Pat and Shauna for that, by the way. And sometimes I find it funny that even after producing 80+ videos on YouTube and having worked on several collabs, I still struggle with imposter syndrome. But hey, I guess it gets the best of us. On another note, and I'm not gonna lie, the decision to get a job wasn't easy. Part of me felt disappointed at myself for not getting to that point where being a content creator is enough to sustain myself. The other part of me had FOMO because I knew that getting a job entails time off from my own thing. And the other part of me was scared of falling off the tracks if I didn't produce anything, primarily because I didn't want to let you guys down. But I needed to be reasonable with myself and had to constantly remind myself that what I'm doing is for my own good. It was definitely pride that got the best of me, which is why this break was necessary for me to reframe my mindset, be content in where I am, and hopeful in where I want to be. And you know what? After a couple months in, I would say I made the right decision. I feel more at ease earning a stable income. I am able to manage my time more wisely. I feel more connected working in a team setting, and I'm learning a lot and improving my creative skill sets. It's also nice that I get to work remotely. Like, I literally roll out of bed to my computer and start from there. I also think the setup works perfectly because I still have time to continue what I do for you. So I didn't forget about you guys, but I just needed some time to juggle everything, and once I found my sweet spot, I could jump back on YouTube again. Speaking of, let's talk about YouTube. As mentioned, I've been pumping out videos here since 2020. I've talked about my journey as an international student to becoming a permanent resident. Then I branched out to other related topics with your help. And with your help, I made case study explainers, highlighted school options, dabbled into money and finance, and even touched on immigration. And while I love talking about these things, a part of me didn't want to be stuck in Neverland. I don't want to sound like a broken record that just talks about study permits, postgrad work permits, express entries, and processes when my life is past the point. But don't get me wrong, I'll still keep talking about these things because I understand that a huge part of my YouTube success came from providing information that I know you can benefit from. But as a creator, I strive to find ways to be progressive. That means sharing other aspects of my life with you without veering too far from what I know you as my audience seek when you go to my channel. With that, I want to explore other useful topics on daily life in Canada, like places to visit around the city, how to use public transportation, what day-to-day expenses look like, and even how to make friends. Although I myself need to work on that too. Don't worry, I'll still cover school applications, study permits, and immigration updates. fingers crossed, maybe even work with Canadian schools to give you insight on campus or student life, programs, and more. Overall, I just want to paint you a picture of life here in Canada that's beyond numbers or steps or analytical stuff, because I think part of the reason we decide to come here is to experience or to know what life is like here. And I want to share that with you as I explore it too. Next, let's talk about my baby. So what is Canxvisa? We are basically a company made up of a small team, and in a nutshell, we provide education assessments, consultations, and school application processing. Our primary objective is to help students apply to schools that are aligned with their education and immigration goals. But take note, you can do this on your own with helpful resources found on my channel and other similar channels, but we do find that some need that extra support, and that's where we add value. We help you decide on what schools and programs to look into that would give you the best shot in obtaining a letter of acceptance. But just a disclaimer, getting an LOA is not a guarantee, but our services can help streamline the process for you, especially if you want to apply to several schools at once. I haven't been proactively advertising our services because it's quite new, and we really want to zero in on quality over quantity. But yeah, my team and I have been helping students since last year, and it's a great feeling to connect with some of them who are already here. So if you think that Canxvisa could be of service to you, then feel free to slide into my DMs or email me to inquire. I promise to reply. Now, with everything that I've shared, I'll have to admit, everything was a bit overwhelming. Juggling work, content creation, and a small business can be quite a handful. While I love what I do and have a burning passion to see it through, I don't want to burn myself out. Hustle culture is great to an extent, but can also be mentally taxing if you are constantly grinding your gears. While working hard is great, taking a break is important too. So I've been trying to use my time getting back to doing the things that I love, whether it's exploring a nearby town, eating out, binge watching movies, or trying out something new. I've learned to set boundaries, enjoy time over the weekend, and not be too hard on myself on days when I don't create. And you know what? That fear of missing out turned out to be the most fun and fruitful time I've had in a long time. So here's what's been happening so far in my life. I'm still trying to get my driver's license. I don't know, I thought I was a good driver back in the Philippines, but it's different here. I've been struggling to cook a decent meal, so I've learned to just hone my cleaning and organizing skills instead. I've been having more fun than I need to going to Costco and Dollarama for nifty finds. And I'm happy that my introverted self is going out of her shell to meet and connect with more people. What I initially thought was unproductive introduced me to a new way of looking at life, and so far I'm loving it. So if you've been feeling the same way I did, just know it's okay to ease off the gas pedal once in a while. Now, before I end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to Movo. They were kind enough to send me their iVlog smartphone vlogger kit, and I'm utterly grateful. I got the set, which includes a cardioid microphone with shock mount and windscreen, this tripod, phone holder, LED panel light, wide-angle lens, and Bluetooth shutter remote. I highly recommend it for those new to vlogging or those looking to pick up their content creation game on a budget. For more information, check out their IG and website with all the details in the description box below. Again, thank you Movo Photo for sending this over and for supporting content creators like me. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have for today. I realize this video isn't like others I've made, but I hope it gives you an idea of what I've been up to and what I've been planning for you. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers to taking things day by day and for growing together. Be safe and be kind. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.